over the thick end of 3.5 miles. Good to see Carruthers jumping off today, having been left at the start on his reappearance. Towards the first, Viking Blonde touchdown with a narrow advantage from T for 3 and Carruthers as they go towards the second. Any Currency, Mostly Bob right up there too. So too Monmouth and Chicago Grey on the inside there, trapped by Fredo. Held up behind them, Bradley's just behind Mostly Bob together with Galaxy Rock. Problematic and King Fontaine at the back of the field with Monbeg Dude. And last of all is Ashkazar as they head up towards the third fence. So Carruthers alongside Viking Blonde now, wider out then to the pink colours of Any Currency. T for 3 in the blue and white stripes took that right alongside the leaders. On they go towards the fourth. Viking Blonde in the red jacket together with T for 3. And all jumped that safely enough. Third then is Carruthers. Fourth is Any Currency, followed by Harry the Viking in the red jacket for Ruby Walsh, just tracking Monmouth, the former Grand National hero. Deal Done on the outside in the Durkin colours, blue with the white hoop sleeves and pink cap, tracked by Bradley. Fredo in the beige jacket, Chicago Grey on the inside, Galaxy Rock on the outside. Problematic in the checked jacket, or the diamond jacket with the green sleeves and green cap, is held up in the rear quarter of the field with King Fontaine, Monbeg Dude, Mostly Bob, and 4 or 5 lengths back to Ashkazar. Bit of a character, Ashkazar. Timmy Murphy, the man to make the most of that character, no doubt. He's last at the moment, but a long way to go as they head down towards the sixth fence. As they took that, the lead is still being held by Viking Blonde and Sam Twiston Davis, taken on by T for 3 and Patrick Corbett as they go across the water jump. Watching them all scale that. Mostly Bob made a mistake at the back of the field there. It's just landed slightly awkwardly. Ashkazar still the only horse behind him. On they go towards the open ditch, the first one of the race. And Deal Done fiddled his way over that on the far side. Superbly by T for 3 there. He absolutely had springs in his hooves and took that on with Viking Blonde. And Carruthers is right up there too with Any Currency as they take the last on the far side. Deal Done got in tight there though. Trapped by Monmouth and Harry the Viking in the red. Yellow cap on the outside is Bradley. Chicago Grey on the inside, and then comes Problematic, Fredo. Galaxy Rock on the outside is next as they swing the corner at the top of the hill, head towards the open ditch, which is fence number 10 here. Watching them all scale over that in fantastic fashion. And I can just confirm as well that Ashkazar has passed one, and that is Mostly Bob, who's being driven along towards the back of the field and is losing touch with them as they head left-handed now. Chance for them to get a breather in as they go downhill. Harry the Viking and is just on the outside there at this stage in about 5th place as T for 3 and Viking Blonde the leaders as they go down the hill with Carruthers on the outside in close attendance. Any Currency has been there right throughout, tracked there by Deal Done in the hands of Barry Geraghty with Harry the Viking just behind him for Ruby. Up the inside is Chicago Grey. Bradley's covered up behind them on the outside as they take that potentially tricky downhill fence. All got over it all right. Still Mostly Bob being driven at the back of the field. Ashkazar still languishing towards the rear, but doing things in his own way as they continue a long run before they get to the next 2 fences in the home straight. So Viking Blonde, red with the blue chevrons, just matching strides now with Carruthers, who goes on slightly. Little to choose between these leaders. Any Currency and T for 3 behind them in 3rd and 4th as they swing the bend. This fence comes up to them quite quickly here. Deal Done on the outside takes it in 5th spot. Chicago Grey on the inside with Monmouth. Bradley a little bit closer now. Harry the Viking, Fredo, Problematic's creeping closer as they cross over the next fence, which will be the last in a circuit's time. Monbeg Dude alongside Problematic, just behind Galaxy Rock, who's on the outside. Ashkazar 4 lengths away. King Fontaine is being pushed along towards the rear now. He's last but one, and still Mostly Bob brings up the rear. One more circuit to go in the Henrietta Night Handicap Chase, heading uphill towards fence number 14 here. And a mistake by Deal Done, rather dived for that and pulled up King Fontaine before that fence. He's out of it. Tailing off still Mostly Bob, but he's surely going to be pulled up as well. Indeed, he is being so now. So 2 out of it then as they go on the final circuit here. And it's Viking Blonde the leader, Carruthers on the outside, T for 3, Deal Done who's trying a new trip today. He's right up there though in the firing line as they take the downhill fence. Got in tight there though. There was a mistake at the back by 2 or 3 of them. Problematic, Monbeg Dude and Ashkazar all made a little bit of a mess of that fence. Down towards the water jump they go to number 16. And now the race beginning to really get warmed up, because Bradley's moved up in stylish fashion now to dispute second place. It's Viking Blonde who has the lead. Carruthers just seems to be losing his pitch a little bit now. T for 3 and Any Currency are right there as they go to the open ditch down the side of the course. At the back there, Monmo made a bit of a mistake there. And also Harry the Viking has just lost his pitch a little bit. Just lost 3 or 4 lengths behind them then as they go up towards the last fence on this part of the course. And he was a little bit slow with that as well. Carruthers made a mistake too. So Viking Blonde out in front, the leader from Bradley on the outside. In the blue and white striped T for 3, getting a great spin to young Patrick Corbett. Chicago Grey's got much closer. Any Currency still in there pitching. Problematic is getting into it as well. Deal Done is not done with any either, but Chicago Grey might be. It was a terrible mistake by Chicago Grey, and Harry the Viking has been pulled up by Ruby Walsh at the top of the hill there. So moving left-handed now, heading down the hill in the Henrietta Knight handicap chase. Bradley cruising on the outside of Viking Blonde. Any Currency is battling on pretty gamely in the pink colours. T for 3 now coming under a bit of a ride. These 4 followed then by Problematic. He's getting closer all the time in those green sleeves and cap. Monbeg Dude is giving Jamie Moore a great spin too. Chicago Grey, to be fair, is trying to come back at them. And then Deal Done on the outside. Fredo is behind them, chasing this leading 8 as they come down to the third last now. Just in front, well, it was hard to tell. Bradley possibly from Viking Blonde. Back in third then is Any Currency. T for 3, and Monbeg Dude is not yet been asked any sort of question. Chicago Grey, fair play, he's coming right back into it for Dickie Johnson. A fair run then before they get to the last 2 fences in the Henrietta Knight chase, and it's still Viking Blonde has been up at the head of affairs throughout for Sam Twiston Davis. On the outside, Bradley now being driven by Paddy Brennan to draw alongside. Back in third, Monbeg Dude, now he's being picked up to ask. Then in fourth is Any Currency. 2 out, Viking Blonde just from Bradley. Monbeg Dude coming there with a stormy run between horses. These 3 locked together as they approach the final fence. Bradley in the yellow cap, Monbeg Dude, Viking Blonde back in third. Bradley and Monbeg Dude are fighting this out as they race on up the hill at the end of the thick end of 3.5 miles. Viking Blonde is trying to rally. Monbeg Dude on the far side, Bradley on the near side from Viking Blonde. Monbeg Dude pulling out a bit more. Monbeg Dude, what a performance. Great ride, Jamie Moore wins it from second, Bradley. Back in third, Viking Blonde, then fourth, Any Currency. Problematic was next, followed by Chicago Grey, Deal Done, and then T for 3.
Terrific finish to the Henrietta Knight handicap chase, and after 3 miles, 3.5 furlongs, just inches separated the front 2, and it has gone to the patiently ridden Monbeg Dude under Jamie Moore, who was travelling eye-catchingly well throughout and had to fend off a persistent challenge from the redoubtable Bradley all the way up the run-in. Bradley rather leaning on Monbeg Dude as well. A welcome change of fortune for Jamie Moore, who needed a big race winner and has got one here for Michael Scudamore. And